1/4 cup of water. Oh, that's exciting. And then put a lid on. I really enjoyed that. I probably shouldn't say I really enjoyed the flames. Hi, I'm Hetty and I'm at the NYT Cooking studio today and I'm making my dumpling tomato salad. I wanted to bring together my experience as a salad maker and also bring in my culinary and cultural background as a Chinese person. I thought about how can I use a food that I remember eating when I was young, and so I came up with the dumpling tomato salad. Like a lot of people have said to me, when they first saw the recipe, they were skeptical. The response after the skepticism is that they love this salad, they become obsessed. In the summer, they might eat it 3 or 4 times a week. The first thing we're going to do is just chop up the tomatoes. There's all different types of tomatoes and you don't have to be precious about chopping them all the same size. Cut some of them crosswise, slice some of them, cutting them in kind of odd shapes makes a more interesting salad. One of the things I love most about living in New York is the tomato season. People go so crazy for tomatoes here and then I almost feel guilty in the summer, or the Australian audience feels sad because it's in the middle of winter. Now we are going to somehow put all of these in this big bowl. Who else is excited by all these tomatoes? It's a happy time. It's a tomato party. We're going to season our tomatoes. We've got some salt. Add as much pepper as you like. I like it quite peppery. And then we've got 1 clove of garlic. You want to get it as fine as possible, so one of these microplane type graters is the best. And then we're going to add some basil leaves. I might tear some of them and leave some of them whole. I realise this salad you're testing my Australian accent with the basil and the tomato. Because when I first arrived here, I would go and order sandwiches and people wouldn't know what I was talking about. Can I have a basil and tomato sandwich, please? And they'd be like, you mean basil and tomato? It's like, yes. I'm just going to lean into the basil and tomato. I hope everyone's okay with that. You can already see like the juices coming out. These are happy colours. The yellow really adds something too. So we've got our tomatoes. We're just going to let that marinate for a little bit while we make our chili crisp vinaigrette. You'll be amazed how tasty this is. Be aware the chili crisp really kind of influences what the final vinaigrette tastes like. So I would use a chili crisp that you actually really like the flavour of. So I'm going to heat the pan. We're using frozen dumplings. Do not thaw them. They're going to just turn to mush. Use them straight from the freezer. That's really important, actually. You can use any pan you want. The trick to using stainless steel with dumplings is heating it enough so that it becomes non-stick. But having said that, you can use a non-stick skillet. Okay, so I think this is hot now. I'm going to add some oil, maybe a bit more for good luck. So you want to kind of get it a nice golden colour. You know, you might find that some are browning nicer than others and you can move them around a bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 1/4 cup of water. That's going to make sure that the dumplings cook all the way through because they were frozen. Okay, so the dumplings I think are ready. So you can see all the water has evaporated. You can feel that they're cooked through. Okay, these are ready. So then we're going to add all the dumplings on top of the tomatoes and then add your chili crisp vinaigrette. And then we're just going to give this a really gentle toss. When the warm dumplings hit the tomatoes, they kind of bring out more of that aroma. I'm plating this up way more artfully than I would do at home. I would just dump it on, put it in my mouth. I might not even put it on a plate. Then we're going to top with some more basil. You could use other herbs too. I think cilantro would actually work really well with this. See, I didn't say coriander. I always encourage people to use what they have. And now we're sprinkling over some crispy fried onions or shallots. Let's taste it. I actually love eating salad with a chopstick. Don't know if I can get a dumpling and a tomato at the same time though. So good.
What's your perfect bite? I guess you can't really get a tomato and a dumpling in one bite. With a fork.
Are you trolling me with the fork? DIY, do as you like. I love the crispy bottom. I love how tangy this is. The tomatoes are like all smothered with the tomato juices and the crispy onions on top. That's what I'm talking about. Texture and herbs kind of just make salads come to life. You can find this dumpling tomato salad with chili crisp vinaigrette and all my other recipes on NYT Cooking.